For today's demonstration of Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011 by Nerea, we're going to show you some of the software's native functionalities in areas such as sales, marketing, and customer service. Of course, this can be customized to suit your firm's requirements, but today we're going to show you only the out-of-the-box functions. And we're going to show them to you through a CRM online version. So this is hosted in the public cloud, but it's also available on-premise and through a private cloud installation as well. And also finally, we're going to show you today the Outlook interface, but the system is available also through a web browser or mobility solutions such as tablets, smartphones, or PDAs. Now, the situation today is the following. I'm a salesperson for a company that manufactures and sells 5 different models of mountain bikes across Europe. And recently, we've just launched a brand new model called the Ultimate Rider, and of course we did a big marketing campaign to accompany the launch. And today, well, I've received an email from one of my customers, Susan Burke, who's the procurement manager at Recreation Supplies, expressing interest in the new product. The first thing I'm going to do is track this email in CRM to make sure that this is available for further reference. The email has now a new icon, meaning that it's a CRM record. The first thing I'm going to do now to work on it is to convert it to an opportunity, meaning a potential sale for myself. Now, I'm also going to inform my marketing colleagues that there has been a response to their campaign. So I'm going to link it to a source campaign, which is going to be, of course, the launch of the Ultimate Rider mountain bike. And out of curiosity, I'm just going to find out whether my customer, Susan Burke, was included in the target list. Now, a marketing campaign is a series of activities that targets certain customers or potential customers. So we have a marketing list for the launch of the Ultimate Rider. And I'm just going to check by looking at the members of that list whether Susan Burke was included. Yes, there are 2 Susans, so my customer is in there. Now, this marketing list is actually dynamic, meaning that any customer that fulfills the criteria that is now added to the database will also be in this marketing list. So I'm now satisfied. I'm going to record a closed campaign response, meaning that my marketing colleagues will be informed of the results of this campaign. For myself, well, I'm just going to open my opportunity. Now, what's an opportunity? Well, very simply, it's a potential sale that includes at least 3 things. 1 is a customer, that's Susan Burke. 1 is an estimated closing date. Well, let's say that we're going to close this towards the middle of June, 15th of June 2011, for example. And the third thing I'm going to do is include an estimated revenue for it. So I'm saving the opportunity now. And I'm going to add some more information, which are the line items. Line items are products. I'm going to add some opportunity products to this, and I'm going to do that through the price list for Luxembourg. This is a Luxembourg-based company, so the price list was automatically included to reflect correct pricing. So I'm going to add 2 products that Susan Burke indicated she's interested in purchasing. One of them, of course, is the brand new model, the Ultimate Rider. As far as the unit's concerned, we'll sell them through the primary unit. We don't put them in boxes or anything. And she would like to purchase 150 of these. There's also another one, and that's our older model, but still a very good one, the classic bike. She's also purchasing them to the primary unit, of course, and she would like to purchase some 200 of them. So these are the products added to my opportunity, and I'm now going to recalculate the amount, which is going to appear on top of the form now. How much is this worth to my company? The amount has now appeared, 310,000 euros. Quite a substantial one. I'm quite happy about myself. I'm now going to close my opportunity, and I'd like to know what's the effect of this brand new opportunity on my company's goals. So in the left-hand menu of my Outlook, I'm going to go to Sales and navigate to my department's goals for the quarter. I have a view on the current goal for the second quarter, and I notice that we have a target of 650,000 euros, and in progress is 290. So I'm going to recalculate this goal in the light of my new opportunity here. What happens now to my in-progress items? It's more than double to 600,000. So quite a big opportunity for my company here. So I can now navigate to my opportunities, and what I'm going to see by default here is a list of my open opportunities, including the new one that I've just added for Susan Burke. Of course, due to security privileges, I only see my own opportunities. What I can do with them, I can export them to Excel, so I can work with them and do some kind of a report with them if I wish to. Now, I have a choice between dynamic worksheets, pivot tables, static worksheets. I'm just going to export a standard static worksheet. Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011 is fully integrated with all Office components, such as Word, Outlook, Excel, and PowerPoint. So these are my opportunities here. I'm now going to switch hats for a second. I'm no longer a salesperson, I'm now a sales manager. So the first view I have in my CRM is a dashboard. Now this dashboard that you see on the screen now gives me an overview of my company, what's currently going on. On the left I have a sales pipeline telling me all of my open opportunities. In the middle, the top middle, I have my leads by source campaign. What's the source of all my opportunities. On the right, I have my cases by priority and per day. And at the bottom, I see my goals for the year, for what's left of the year, Q2, Q3, and Q4, and my progress towards them. Now, let's look at the second quarter. I currently have a goal of €650,000, and my actuals are €382,000. So I need about 300,000 to fulfill my goals. I'm going to try to find out what I can do in the time I have to fulfill my goal for the quarter. So what I'm going to do first is go to my opportunities. I notice that there's a fairly large amount in the closing stages. What can I do to close this sale in time to meet my quarterly goals? I need to find more information about them, so I'm going to do a drill down. What I'd like to know, of course, is the estimated revenue. Let's find out exactly what this amount is made of. Well, here we are. I've got 4 opportunities in there that are open in the closing stages, and one is quite a big one, 310,000. So I'm going to look at the source records for this graph here. Let's have a look. So these are my open opportunities, and I'm going to make it a bit more precise by looking at the closing ones. And I noticed that this particular opportunity with Susan Burke, which is the new one, is warm and ready to be closed. Let's have a closer look. I open the opportunity now, and I'm going to go to the history, close activities. What happened? The salesperson for this particular customer, Susan Burke, is currently on holiday, so I'm going to call her myself. I have access to all her records to try to see if I can close the sale. Before I do that, I'm going to open the customer record and look at the history of this particular case. I'm going to look at closed activities, which will give me the history of any communication that took place. And I notice a couple of emails. Well, there was one email and a closed campaign response. So this tells me she's responded to a campaign and she's expressed interest through an email. So I'm going to open this record and see what happens. Now, I have access to all of this being a sales manager. So yes, that's right. Okay, she says she would wish to discuss the possibility of a volume discount. Now that's something that of course I can do. So I'm going to create a new activity, which is going to be a phone call. This is an outgoing phone call. I'm calling Susan Burke, and I'm just going to discuss with her the possibility of a discount 10%. Let's see if she agrees to that, and I can take a few notes in there. Yes, okay, she agrees. So I'm going to mark this phone call as complete. And this will also go in the history of this particular customer. So if I look at the history now, closed activities, there is a phone call expressing the fact that the 10% discount has been approved. So I can now close the contact form, go back to the opportunity, and mention the discount that's just been agreed. 10% discount. I now recalculate the opportunity. The amount has gone down to €279,000. That's something I can live with. So Susan Burke has agreed to a deal. I'm now going to close the opportunity as being won. That as of today, and the actual revenue, 279,000 euros. There we go. This opportunity has now been won. It's now an order. And I'm going to go back to my goals and see what happened to them. So let me just go back to my sales menu, navigate to goals, and see what happened. I'm going to recalculate my goal for the second quarter and see the effect of this particular deal. I have now reached my goal. I've achieved 661,000 euros in revenue, and I'm just going to check on my dashboard. This is what happened. I still have quite a large amount in progress, 290,000 euros. If I don't close them in the second quarter, they'll be transferred to the third quarter. I'm now going to change hats again. I'm going to be a help desk support person, and I received a phone call from Susan Burke saying that one of the Ultimate Rider bikes is faulty. The first thing I'm going to do is open her contact form, check for Susan Burke, and open the record. I'm going to create a new activity under her record, which is going to be this time a phone call incoming, sorry. She's the one calling me about a faulty bike. So faulty you are. This being about a brand new product, I need to do something about it quite quickly. I'm going to save this record so that my phone call is traced against Susan Burke's record, and I'm going to assign it to a queue. A queue is simply a wait list where people will be able to go in and solve the problems. Now, this particular queue is about Ultimate Rider problems. This is going to be assigned to my technicians. Now, this is quite an urgent case in my opinion, so I'm going to assign it quickly to one of my technicians. And I'm going to select Patrick Rousseau here, who happens to be the specialist for the Ultimate Rider. So now I've created an activity for him. It's going to be in his own personal queue for him to attend to quickly. I can now save my phone call record. Now I'm going to change hats again. This time I'm going to be a customer service representative or technician in charge of problems with the Ultimate Rider mountain bike. Now, the first thing I see in my CRM is my queue, the Ultimate Rider problems. That's the waiting list of items I need to work on. And I see a new one today, faulty Ultimate Rider. So I'm going to open the item. And I'm going to convert this phone call into a case. Assign a subject to it. This is the case record. The case origin will be a phone call. Case type will be a problem. I can add some more information. Let's put it as a high priority. It's still in progress. I could add, assign it to someone to follow up. I could put a follow-up date and different kinds of information. But let's just save the case here. And then just go back to the dashboard to show the effect of that. So going back here to my dashboard in CRM, I now notice in the top right hand corner a brand new case, high priority, that's been opened today, 5th of April, to attend to this particular problem, Susan Burke's Ultimate Rider faulty bike. Now, solving a customer case will normally require a series of activities that can be all put into this case. It's nothing more than a folder to put all the required activities. Now, let's just say that all of this has been resolved to her satisfaction, through a customer visit, through a technician, or anything like that. I'm going to now resolve the case as being solved. What happened? Well, we fixed the bike. So this case has now been resolved to the customer's satisfaction. So now the last hat I'm going to wear for today, I'm going to be the sales rep again from the beginning. Let's just say I'm coming back from holiday and I'd like to know what happened to my customer, because I left a fairly big opportunity here. So I'm going to go back either to my dashboard, which is visible here, or I can go back to my contact and have a look at what happened when I was away. So again, I'm going to open Susan Burke's contact record, and by having a look at the history or closed activities, I can find out everything that happened. So I noticed that first of all, a 10% discount was given, the opportunity was closed as one, then there was a customer care problem, faulty Ultimate Rider bike, which was fixed to the customer satisfaction. So all the history, everything I need to know about my customer is now in the record of Susan Burke. And all of these activities were also at some point in the Outlook of the staff members involved. So Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011 not only gives you a 360-degree view of your customer and the interactions with all your stakeholders, it also allows you to collaborate as a team towards fulfilling your company's and your department's goals.